And that, my greasy ham sandwiches, is why Green Stikbot could easily solo all of the Dragon Ball Z universe. Thank you for watching.
Ding dong.
I really have to change my doorbell sound. So we got a package here from Zing. It says, "To Goose Hamlin." That's me! From the real Stikbot, no cap. Yeah, I buy that. So let's open up this box and see what's inside. I'm so excited, guys. I have no clue what this could be. What the heck is that? So I asked Stikbot what these are, and he said these are apparently prototype Zingtanica legends that are like, you know, they made them before the official product to get an idea of what they would look like. Yeah, these look terrible, honestly. Like, Zing, you gotta get your game up. Is this what your prototypes look like? I'm like scared for the official final product. I mean, I was excited for the Zingtanica legends. You know, the models look pretty good. Seems like it has a good story. But these look like trash. They look like they were made by a 4-year-old. I don't know who would buy anything that looked remotely like these. And frankly, I think Zing should stop making products altogether, and that Stikbot should die right here, right now. Thank you guys for watching. Keep on honking my goose ham sandwiches, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out. I can't do skits. But maybe I can practice and we can get better. But regardless, hello everybody, welcome back to our Stikbot channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys these custom Zingtanica legends that I made for the animation contest. We have, I believe this guy's name is Dominus and Raze Oni. I think that's his name. I'm not sure. Raze Oni, yeah. These are two of the upcoming Zingtanica legends that have been released in the UK, but not in the US. I don't think anybody has these yet, so technically I am the first person to review the Zingtanica legends, just saying. But regardless, I'm gonna do a custom showcase for these guys, technically. Never guessed I'd do a review and showcase in the same video. More like an unboxing, there's nothing to review here. So I guess we'll start off with Dominus, because this is the first one I made. With these guys, I wanted to have, like, I call it a homemade aesthetic. Like, this was made by a kid who needed the customs for something. And I kept myself to using, like, 4 things: scissors, paper, tape, and markers. And that's it. That's all I use for these. I did use an X-Acto knife on Raze Oni, but that was only to help me place. I'll get to that, but here we have Dominus, apparently. I think that's his name. I'm gonna have to double check. But what I did was I cut out some paper. I cut out 2 pieces of paper for his little horn doodads. Then I cut out a big square for his face. Then I also cut out his wings. I cut out one, traced it onto a piece of paper, and then cut out another. Colored all of that red, and for this I colored it black, and then added some red. Then for the torso, cut out a rectangle, drew the detail onto his torso, and then tape that all the way around. Honestly, I like the aesthetic that these have. I think they're really fun. They're really goofy. I had a lot of fun making them. I have fun making all of my customs. You know, it doesn't matter who they are, what they are, how I made them. But because it was just so easy and, you know, kind of dumb and just fun to make, I gotta be honest, I had like a really fun time. I think I'm gonna quit being a YouTuber. I had a fun time. Making them. Yeah, it's been a while since I was making something, and the whole time I was just goofing off, you know, enjoying it. Straight fun, no stress, no going out of my way to be perfect. It was just a good time making him. And honestly, I'll be honest, I think this looks pretty good. I think it looks better than the official Zingtanica legends. Honestly, I mean, you just don't get this quality anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of the best. Anyway, let's look at Raze Oni here. This guy was seemingly simpler, but somehow 10 billion times harder. The first step was to make his headband with the horns. Now, instead of having actual horns, it looks like a Ninja Turtle, I have these triangles to represent the horns, because I'm lazy. And the piece of paper I cut wasn't actually long enough, so I just taped it to the back of their head like this. And I guess that made do. And then the scarf here, the scarf I made, I actually cut out one, and it was way too small. I dropped it. So I cut out another, but I realized it kind of goes around his neck, and it looked kind of weird without it. So I cut out another piece of paper, like a long strip, and put that around his neck. It is loose, so I can't take it off. Well, I guess I can. I just have to retape it. But it does move freely, and theoretically you can turn it around. And I think it looks pretty cool. Then moving down to his arms, he has these cool gauntlet-looking things. So for that, I did some black paper, you know, put it all the way around the arm. Then I cut out like a rectangle, and then cut. Focus, please. And then I cut like the slits here, so it would be pointed. And then I cut out 2 pieces of paper to represent these spikes, these very Batman-esque spikes. So, you know, they could stick out a little. And then I would put tape on one side, tape it to the arm, and then I would put tape on the other side. And it's kind of hard to explain, but I think you can understand what I meant by that. And that's how I did that. That was probably the hardest part of everything. Raze Oni was definitely the hardest one to make. I feel like now is a perfect time to interject in the future tense, but I decided not to make either of their weapons because I didn't really feel like trying to come up with a way to make them look homemade like these guys, because either I was going to go all out and make them look, you know, exactly like they do in the products, or they were just going to look so incredibly bad that it was inexcusable, and I didn't feel like actually attempting to make them look good. So I didn't. But an interesting thing to mention is a recent custom I made of this guy here. His name is Solomon. His weapon here was actually inspired by Raze Oni's weapon that comes in the products. You can see the similarities, but I say it's different enough to where if Zing came at me for copying them, I'd be able to get away with it. Oh wait, here's something cool I did. So on the back here, he has a little bit of weapon storage. I think that's pretty cool. Here, let me just put that in there. Isn't it so cool, guys? Isn't it so cool that I did that? Isn't he so cool? I really like Solomon. I think he's so cool. So his backstory and lore is But at the end of the day, I think these goofy little guys, they were worth it. They were worth it. Again, like I said, it was just a really fun time making them. I haven't had fun making a custom like this, you know. I made these for that contest they're doing right now, where you have to animate something and you need to make customs for it because, you know, the Zingtanica Legends aren't out yet. So instead of going out of my way to make crazy accurate customs that look better than the real thing or something like that, I decided to go with this homemade aesthetic, as if Goose needed them for a contest, and instead of, you know, trying to you know, make actual like high quality customs, he decided to just do it with paper and tape and markers, which is totally a Goose thing to do. I'm gonna have to talk to Goose about that. It's a weird thing. I don't know why he would lazy out like that. But yeah, like I said, I do like the aesthetic, and honestly, I'd like to make some other Stikbots in this kind of aesthetic maybe sometime in the future, and even better, because it's just tape, I can always just remove them, or even put them onto other Stikbots, which in theory works really well, but because it's paper, it does look kinda bad, unless you know, you're under the excuse of it being an aesthetic. I thought about making Valor and, what's her name, Ruble, right? But I didn't have a blue Stikbot, and Ruble's a woman. I don't respect women. I can't say that, I'm joking. But I just didn't feel like making them. The real reason I didn't make the woman one was because she has like this thing on her torso, like it's silver, and I just wasn't gonna go through the effort of doing that. So that's the reason. Oh yeah, and the hair. So, you know, I'm not sexist. Probably. But yeah, that's it for this video. It's really a weird custom showcase type thing. I really just wanted to do it because I thought it'd be funny to clickbait and say that I got the Zingtanica Legends before anybody else. And then I trolled like all of you. But it is a custom showcase at the end of the day, right? Yeah, totally. So I do like these little guys, and I hope you did too. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in joining my Discord server or following me on Instagram, those links are of course in the description. And I'll see y'all later. Keep on hunting my goose name sandwiches, and peace out.